Hey there, everybody. I am happy to go live with you today for Conversion Pro. This is an opportunity for us to explain some things that we're doing, also explain some processes, and also answer questions as they come up from the viewing audience. So today I'd like to do something a little bit different. Oh, hey Denise, how are you? Um, we're going to talk a bit about some AI solutions and how they can turn what you're doing into a good content stream. So I'm just going to go into a bit of an explanation of some of the more popular tools, and then you guys can just go ahead and preload up your questions if you have any, and we'll just kind of go from there. So as you probably have heard by now, hey Shane, as you've probably heard by now, there are several AI-based tools. These tools are designed to reduce workload, kind of do some of the heavy lifting for you. But some of them in particular that have come up of late have incredibly useful applications, especially if you have issues taking on content or building content for your business. So we're just going to go ahead and just start right in. The first one that we've been using for quite a while is Jasper. So a Jasper is obviously an AI creation tool, but it's also developed a new chat tool which functions fairly similar to ChatGPT. One of the things you can do is, like, for example, is you can say, you know, give me 20 educational blog titles about selling, about tips for selling your home. Oh. Oh. Now, one of the things that Jasper does, which I actually rather like, is you see this little button here that says enhance your prompt. Sometimes we struggle with coming up with the best specific instructions for AI, and this button here actually will help you do that. So if you want something more specific, you can say enhance the prompt. What it'll do is after a time is it will actually rephrase this entire thing into something that actually might give better content. So you can see right here, it took that one little thing and created this act as a content creator, develop 20 educational blog titles on tips for selling your home that are informative, engaging, and optimized for search engines. Titles should be attention grabbing and get the reader. So you can read here, you can see that there are all these things in here. And then in these brackets, you can go ahead and, you can go ahead and do, you can put something here, like I'll just put in home here, and I'll put, how about we put in kitchen. Well, we put in spring because we're still in spring. So this will kind of like lead you through. Example created tiles, top 10. Whoops, sorry. I think I messed this up. Okay, sorry. So I didn't need to do this. So let's go ahead and do E, and then we'll do the stage over. Let's just see what happens if I do this and then put it in here. Sure read the whole thing, but anyway, you'll get the idea here soon. And see. Let's see what happens. So, okay, why season a comprehensive guide, and we're just going to hit send, and it will actually create those titles for us. We'll see if we need to change out the bracketed things or not. It's the first time it's actually giving me brackets. Okay, so it does actually have these things. So 10 affordable upgrades to your house. It gives you all these different titles. So that works pretty similar to Chat GPT. Obviously, you can do the same sort of thing in there. And then one of the other things you can do is you can go directly to a document save process. And I'll talk to you about why that's important. So let's just pick this first one. Okay, so we're going to do 10 affordable upgrades to increase your selling. And then we're going to go write an article about, we're going to give it a length about a 800 page article about critical selling. Let's go and do this enhanced prompt thing again, because that'll give us a better instruction. Acts as a journal. This might be actually cool because it'll give us a nice tone of voice. Craft a comprehensive article detailing 10 affordable upgrades. Article must be 1 million. So it goes through. Just go ahead and, you know, read through this and see if there's anything you disagree with or want to change. And now we can say, okay. We're going to go ahead and send it. After a bit, it'll write it. Again, this is very similar to the functionality of ChatGPT, but I'll get into, with the exception of enhance the prompt, I'll get into why Jasper's really thrown down in this area. So we are still kind of suggesting people use Jasper. We had fallen away from Jasper for about a month, but then when they did this tool, it was really something special. Okay, so we can see it has all these cool things, right? Affordable upgrades that increase your home's value for selling. So here's like all these great tips, okay? Now, one of the things that Jasper does is it will automatically, if you go here, open it into a document, and it'll store the document for you. Okay, so one of the things we can do is we can say, okay, let's just go ahead and open this in a document. It shouldn't make me sign in, but it looks like it's going to. How rude. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so here's the document here. I love this part, okay, because what this does is see how it like has the document over here and then you have the chat here. So what you can do is now what you can do is you can add things to here or create tools based on this. All right. So here's the document. Okay. One of the nice things also is that when you have a document, it actually will give you the tools that are available with the document. So we can do a plagiarism checker. Where are you? Pop-up is in my way. Okay. And then we can enable Grammarly. Come on. All right, and so that means it'll check this thing to make sure that there's no plagiarism in the thing. So it'll make sure that we don't have any sort of like obviously existing chat. But the other thing we can do here is we can say, give me 20 social media prompts or social media posts about the article. And we can do that. We can enhance the prompt like we do. So just create this. Written about topic that's published on whatever. Now, this is the cool thing. You can go ahead and have it refer to an actual blog post, or you can have it just do something like, we can just do this, and we can just bounce back and forth about this. You can put in your website here if you have it. So, but we don't have it published yet, so I'm just going to do this. And see how hashtags mentions optimized for each platform. Also make sure. So automatically it's going to ask for this stuff, and we're going to send it. And we'll be able just to bounce back and forth here. So this works a lot better than what happens, in my opinion, with ChatGPT. But ChatGPT does have some great advantages. So while this is thinking, I'm just going to go ahead and go right into chat. Okay, and over here we can do things like give me 10 meme ideas. We know that memes can sometimes go viral. About, I'm just going to go ahead and copy in the title. I'm going to say make them entertaining. Okay, so we're just going to send that off. Chat may be going through some things today. Anyway, so normally I could do that here. Let's go ahead and give Jasper a shot then, because chat looks like it's not going to cooperate, which is kind of a bummer. Okay, and then you can see here it gave us these social media posts. Okay, so these are things that you can do to put out on social media about this article, and then you can also link to the article on your social media posts as well. Let's see what Jasper has to do with this. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here, enhance the prompt as usual. So you can see how Jasper leads you through things a little bit better. 10 hilarious and entertaining meme ideas, social media platform focused on coaching. Okay, this is a pretty intense instruction, so let's see what we get. So we're starting to build the content that we can put on there on your social media, and then here what you're going to get some meme descriptions. Okay, so it tells you what sort of image to look for. Image of a person from a rundown house. Wouldn't it be cool if we just made a picture of ourselves in front of a rundown house and just say something? You can change the caption, me trying to sell my house without an upgrade, or this could be obviously probably not the agent, but maybe just some random person in the image. Image before and after home renovation. This could be you. Check out our latest article on affordable upgrades. So these are all meant to be captioned images. Image of a person holding a pile of cash when you realize affordable upgrades can actually increase your home's value. So these are just catching things. It won't just be like this feed of just articles and verbiage and all this stuff, but you can use this to actually create a plan. So here's something kind of interesting. What happens if you don't feel particularly confident recording your own voice? Okay, well, we now have a good AI tool for that, which is the most popular one. Is called Murph AI. Okay, what Murph AI does is it actually has hundreds of lifelike voices. You can see you've got all these different options, and there's even more that you can actually upload a script into, and then it will read it back to you, and actually a really good voice. So what happens is that if you just don't feel confident in how you're able to read read for prompt or whatever, you can use somebody else's voice, and it can be like your spokesperson. You can do that, but that's just the beginning. There is a fairly new AI service out there called Resemble AI. Resemble AI is massively interesting, mostly because you can actually record samples of your own speech, okay, and then it will take your script and read it back to you in your voice. I know that sounds crazy. A lot of the stuff is a little bit crazy, um, but just think of the possibilities there. So that means you no longer have to worry about editing. You no longer have to worry about, are you going to say the right words at the right time? Just create a good conversational script and upload it here, and Resemble AI will go ahead and just spit it right back at you. One of the exciting things about this is it's actually fairly cheap. So you can see for this thing, you only have zero point 0.6 cents per second of recorded speech back to you. So it's really a cool deal. The pro you might want to get into if you're getting a lot serious about it. So you can go ahead and think about that. What that does is it'll enable you to go into the recording and say advanced motion control, so like you can change your emotions through the recording, and it'll change how you sound through the recording. So I encourage you, if you're interested in this, to go ahead and request that demo. It's at resemble.ai. Now, another tool that we have available to us is chatpdf.com. So let me give you a use case for that. Okay. Let's say, for example, that we all have these great um, PDFs that we've already created for you. Okay. So we're just going to go into our media section, and you can do this with any PDF. If they get really long, you'll need a pro account. But let's just go ahead and hit a lead magnet, and then I'm going to grab this PDF, get the link for it, and go back to ChatGPT, and I'm just going to paste the URL from there here. Okay. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull this into here. Okay, so it's pulling the PDF. All right. And now what we can do is we can say, ask any questions. So we'll just say, give me 10 social media posts about this PDF. Okay, So now what we have is we have that everything coming off of based on that one PDF. So if you're using those PDFs or any PDF really, you can pull it into Chat PDF and it will go ahead and give you like a Chat GPT experience, okay, based on that PDF. That's pretty powerful stuff because that really gives you a path right to creating content based on the PDFs you've already been provided for. Okay, so you can like ask me questions. You can say like, create a email to my contact list of past, to say past customers to invite invite them to view this PDF. Okay, so let's see what we'll do here. Okay, so as you can see, it'll sit there and write. It'll even say increase the value home for listing and for sale. This so for those of you that struggle with what to do with the newsletter or how to communicate with your people, these tools will actually enable you to create the content quickly and easily, and so you can just get right into it and start your campaigns. Let's see if this will work. I actually haven't tried this on this. Rewrite the letter with a friendlier tone. Here we are. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So all of a sudden it's friendlier, okay? And it's in a friendlier tone of voice. And now all we have to do is copy and paste this into Conversion Pro, and we have this letter, and we're ready to go. So these tools can really take it to the next level in terms of your content creation and eliminate a lot of the hiccups or the hesitancies that you might have with content, because if you don't think that you have good writing skills or you don't really even want to be recorded, or that sort of thing, then you have the ability to actually create these things in AI. Now, one of the questions I get often is I'll get people going like, "Oh my gosh, I can't create video. I'm just no good on video. That's just not my jam." Well, there's a tool for that. So this tool's been out for a little bit and it continually gets better, and now it's really ready for prime time. And it is called HeyGen.com. Okay. HeyGen.com, actually, what it does is it will create a video based on a script and give you a talking head basically to read the video. And as an added bonus, it also has the ability to do a face swap. So if you've seen these videos on social media where they'll have like Arnold Schwarzenegger's face imposed over like a video scene with Reese Witherspoon or whatever, they're using this type of technology. Okay, so you can actually, and those of you with larger brokerages, you can even continue to use the regular spokesperson. You can upload your own script, or you can even upload your own audio, and it will read it back to you, and there will be somebody on the screen reading it back to you. And if you can go ahead and find somebody that looks approximately like you can go ahead and swap the face out for your face. So you just go through all of their available avatars and you swap it out for your face, and it will have you actually talking on the screen with the video. You can have backgrounds, you can have you can use your own voice, that sort of thing. All these instructions here. Now these are a little bit pricier, okay? Loads, video sharing. It does include hosting, creative styles, background music. I mean, it's pretty robust, and it's a just one of these really powerful tools. So if you don't have time to create like a dressed up video and you just want to be able to do something, then this is definitely a good tool for you. Okay, so it does have the face swap ability. Let me find the thing there where it shows that. It's under features, face swap. So create realistic face swaps. So it'll tell you, there's that sample they did with using the technology. You can see that this is obviously a different face than the Mona Lisa. Here's one where they found an approximate look, and so you can do that. But yeah, you can do the face swaps also. You can also do voice cloning. Voice cloning is awesome because then you can just put in a sample of the voice of your voice, and then it will read the script. So it'll actually do the job of Murph also, or sorry, Resemble. It'll do that all under one platform. And again, it's kind of expensive if you're gonna, but if you're just gonna go straight to voice, you might as well do it. And then you can have you have your own voice and you can have your own face there. So pretty cool stuff. So that's about what I had today in terms of trying to introduce you to some of these, some of these. What am I looking for? The word. um, some of these AI tools. I will go ahead and make this tool. I'm going to go ahead and share. I've got a listing. I've got kind of a listing document, and I am just going to give that to you to um, so you can look at it. I'll go ahead and put it right in the chat right now. So it's a listing of all the tools and some of the pricing and things like that. And so that way you can go back and look at it. I feel like you should go ahead and click on that document, as you can, and then you can refer to it later. So that's about all I had for today as far as what I meant to present. Do we have any questions today from the audience? Do we have anybody that has any questions about Conversion Pro or about maybe anything having to do with their business, content creation? I'd like to open up the floor now for questions. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take a moment and talk about an offer that you all should have received in your email box. We are actually going to be doing an enhanced service for Conversion Pro. One of the things that we get as feedback is this. I haven't posted the 1-day session from last week yet. I don't believe so. I will remind him to do that again. I think you're talking. Are you talking about the? Are you talking about the con? The the sorry, I can't remember the name of it. I'm blanking. Are you talking about the sign-in session they did for Real Estate Growth Con? Is that what you're talking about, Shane? While you're answering that, um, so one of the things that we've been hearing as feedback is that we wish that somebody else would manage the ads. We wish that somebody else would manage the some of the initial interaction with the leads to see if they're legit. So what we've decided to do is actually create that service. So you should have received an email last week, at the end of last week, at the beginning of this week, suggesting that you take a look at this. And what this is basically is a system that we've created where we handle all the Facebook ads. We have ISAs that handle the initial conversations. And what happens is that once that conversation is getting somewhere, then you are actually given the contact to take over from there. We obviously use Conversion Pro as kind of the backbone. However, your use of Conversion Pro gets fairly basic because we're handling all the heavy lifting. So I'd encourage you all to check your email boxes to look at that to see if that's something you might be interested in. We're doing it for obviously a good price right now because you guys are all early adopters of Conversion Pro, so we wanted to be respectful of that. But I would encourage you to go back and check your email, watch the video. If you're interested, reach out and we can get on and explain the entire process to you. Okay. So yeah, I'll go ahead and remind him to do that. I'd asked him if he would be getting that done, and we had a kind of a crazy weekend, so I will ask him to do that again. Um, and the rest of it, I think we have Real Estate Growth Con, the actual event, coming up soon also. So there's a lot of content that's going to be ready to come out. So do we have any more questions? Go ahead and give you guys a few minutes here. I hope this document does help you guys, so please go ahead and just grab it and copy it and have it available. It gives you a good sample of all the tools. Some of them are highlighted just because, but anyway, it'll give you kind of a good start for where to find them. Um, so go ahead and grab that document. Let's see here. So hopefully today what we've done is we've shown you how you can take content that already exists and use it to create your outreach content that should be going out on social media. So that would be obviously, talking about the chat PDF tool can take those PDFs that you already have as part of your Conversion Pro membership and turning them into content that you now can share on social media. One of the things you can also do is you can also use tools like Jasper to create articles or to create ad headlines and descriptions. You can really just take everything to the next level using content that you already have, which so much of what we hear is we don't know where to start. We don't know how to get going with content. We don't know what to do. And that is just something that we have thought we should teach. And also, because you're Conversion Pro members, you also, under your marketing tab, do have this social media planner tool. We're able to take those social media posts, connect them, or take your social media channels and connect them to Conversion Pro. And we can do, as you can see, we can do Google My Business, we can do Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and TikTok. And you can take all that content you create on AI and you can just start planning it out to go out to one or many of your social media channels, including like a link to the funnel. So that is found here. We go to sites and we can go to agency funnels. And so, like, let's say it's about this particular topic. Actually, we did one for things, right? So we can just take this and make that the link that goes out to the, let me go ahead and go to settings, make sure this thing's activated. Nope, gotta activate it first. We can just take that link and put it right in the social media post. And so it'll just point everybody towards that using text and things like that from your own PDF. So you can really start adding people into your list. So social media has now gotten to the point where the content of each individual post is now becoming more important than how many followers you have. As an example, I took a post I went ahead and made on LinkedIn, and I put it into LinkedIn, and I added it to my feed, and I put it into a group I'm a part of, and I had over 8,000 views. I collected 20 new followers, and collected. I think it's now at 5 new connections, and it started a dialogue with 15 different people. That's pretty powerful for just one social media post. But it also shows what happens when you create good content and put it out to the right channel. So, unless anybody has any more questions, I'll give you a minute or two to post those if you have them. I think we're done for the day. As always, if you have any questions about Conversion Pro or anything going on with anything going on here, the support request is what you're going to want to use. Also, you can also reach out to members@conversionprore.com. I'm going to go ahead and just add that to the chat so you guys can grab it. Conversionprore.com. Okay, so you can obviously copy and paste that address and just send us a direct email if you have any questions or any concerns about what's going on with Conversion Pro. So, thank you all for joining me today. I hope it was valuable. If you have any questions about this or anything else, I hope you'll reach out, and I'll see you guys next week. So, bye for now.